Hi everyone and welcome back to Cloud BI Academy. So today's session is not a basic Python class. So this is a masterclass designed for professional preparing for interviews, developers who want clean and powerful code, anyone who want to think like a real Python engineer. So let me tell you a small story. When I started learning advanced programming, I thought functions were just reusable code blocks. But in real projects, data pipelines, automation scripts, APIs, function become the brain of your architecture. So today we will go deep into advanced functions, Lambda expressions, closures, decorators, high order functions, and we go through with the interview scenarios. And I will explain why companies ask these questions, not just how to write syntax. Imagine a data engineering project. You have a data cleaning logic, validation rules, transformation pipelines. If you repeat logic everywhere, code become messy. Advanced function help you reduce duplication, write dynamic behavior, build reusable pipelines, improve performance. So interviewers don't just check syntax, they check, can you design scalable logic? So in Python, function are first class citizen. That means you can store them in variable, pass them as a argument, return them from other functions. For example, I have created a greet function here. Okay, and say so here you have understand this. Here function is assigned like a variable. So sometime interviewer asked to this question, why Python functions are powerful. So for that one answer is because they behave like objects, enabling high order programming. Suppose you build a validation engine. Okay. For example, I can show you something. I have created a variable validation related to email. And here we so in this function we have validated the email. Okay. If we have found any at the rate, same type we can create a one function related to our validate the and we can return like length is equal to x. So now you can pass any validation function dynamically. So for example, in first line of block, here we are validating email based on the at the rate, and in next line we are validating our phone numbers based on the size. So imagine you work in an ETL project. Instead of writing different loops, you designed one smart function that accepts another function. That is called a high order function. So understand that I can show you some example here. Like I have created a function def process data. So this is basically related to ETL process. So in here, so this is a processing of data function for X in data. Okay. Now we define. our rules like x into x. Okay, and then I can print this page data 1 2 3 as square. So now I can run that one. So we are getting, if you go through here, so we have created a function process data first. Okay, and here we have provided our input variables, input parameters. Okay, and within that parameter we have provided the formula like return x into x, and we are getting the squares like for 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, and 4 square 16. So question you may hear like difference between normal function and high order function. So and give real use case. So used in a data processing, pipelining, filtering, transformations. Now come a favorite interview topic, Lambda. Many beginners think Lambda is equal to shortcut function, but actually Lambda is about functional programming style, clean transformation logic. And if I'm talking about understand this Lambda one, so this is the basic syntax here. Lambda argument is called expressions. So this is your argument, this is your expressions. Now understand this one with one example like add is equal to lambda a comma b a plus b. So for example, here I have provide add 5 comma 3. Okay, so we getting the 8. So now we go to in a deep, so understand like what is the difference first, what is the difference between def and lambda. So lambda is anonymous, single expression only, no statement. And when not to use lambda, while complex logic, multiple step calculation. So think of lambda like a small temporary worker hired for one job only. So I give you some more examples to understand lambda better. So two advanced lambda uses with map, and second one is with filter. Okay. So first we understand with map. So for with map, I can show you one example here. Like I have created a numbers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, And so this is the map example. Okay. Now same thing for understand with filter, like same numbers are there and we want even number and filter based on that. It means here we have passing x divisible by 2. So this is the example of with map and this is example of with filter. Okay. So suppose you create a function that remembers its environment. So that memory is called a closure. So why closure exist? They help maintain state without global variable used in logging system, configuration wrapper, and dynamic function generators. So understand this, we can go through with one example. Return inner O and add 5. So for example, so for this example, we are getting output as a 15. To understand, like we are, so I can run it as we are getting 15 output. So if you go to the understand this line by line, def outer, and here we are adding x plus y and return in inner. Okay, so we are getting and create a one variable where we have passed our input and based on that we are getting this output. So these are the related to the closure. So this is a one example for our closure. I can show you the next example related to the decorators. So for decorators, imagine you want to add logging to 50 functions. Will you rewrite all functions? No. So you create a decorators. So in decorator, basically, for example, I have created def function. Okay. Here I have passed a def wrapper print before the function call, and then we pass our function and after the function call and return wrapper. And then add decorator. Here we have adding our decorator variable, say hello and print hello. So what is the decorator? First you understand the decorator. So decorator function that modify another function. It means it is modify the another function. Used heavily in Flex APIs, Fast API, authentication layer, logging. So let's talk about powerful built-in. So built-in function like reduce like from creating a function tools import reduce. Okay, and we passing any number here and then reduce lambda x comma y number and print result, print product. So this is a first built-in. Okay, now understand the second built-in function. This is the reduce, and next one is our zip. So for zip, like we have a name, like names variable, and their age is like 25, 30, and 35. Okay, so and we have created list zip name comma age and print zip. So if I'm running this particular example, so here we have creating three variables. First variable where we have defined all the names list, then our ages. It means every like for this one, this, and then zipped. Here we have list zip with the name and based on the age. And if I running this one, so we are getting output like that. Alice 25, Bob 30, Charlie 35. So this is a another built-in that is a most we are using in our day-to-day. Now move to next important built-in. We are using enumerator. So enumerator basically we have provide one list and here we have create a index, and if I running this enumerator, so we are getting. So let's combine everything to understand in a better way. So for example, imagine build a mini data pipeline. Okay, so for mini data pipeline we have required depth and create a one function. So what happened here? Lambda first decorator added login. Okay, so decorator added login. Lambda clean data. Okay, and high order logic applied. So this is a real world Python design to understand this whole thing. Now some rapid question for everyone. What is lambda? So our answer is like enormous single expression functions. Second rapid question is closure. That is inner function remembering outer variable. Next is what is decorator? That is function that wrap another function. And why high order functions? To make code reusable and dynamic. So today you didn't just learn syntax, You learned how Python thinks, how real engineers design logic, and what interviewer actually expected. So if you understood this masterclass, you are already moving from beginner to advanced Python mindset. And remember, great programming don't write more code, they write smarter functions. So if you want